I have 11 kids to do Christmas for this year, and so let me show you how I plan, budget, and actually pull off a magical Christmas for that many people. Here we go. Well, I'm so glad that you've stopped by. I'm Katie. I'm adding up Addingtons. I'm a mom of 8. Now, besides my 8 own children, I have another young adult that we have informally adopted into our family. Plus now my grandson and my grandson's father, bringing us up to a total of 11 kids that we are shopping for Christmas this year. Now, that can be a lot of people to plan for, and so I want to show you how I plan and budget for Christmas for that many people in hopes that it helps you with your family as well. Before we get started, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because I would love to have you around. The number one thing that I do to help plan for Christmas is I use parameters around my gift buying. If you have spent any time looking into home organization or decluttering or anything along those lines on the internet, you've probably heard of the container concept. Now, this is the concept that however much space you have for an object is how much of that object you can have, therefore making decisions about what you keep or what you get rid of easier. I use the same idea with gifts because, let's be honest, I love to give my children gifts. I love to find nice things for them, and I love seeing them react to nice things. But that can be overdone. Kids don't really need everything available to them in the world, and I don't need to completely blow all of our budget on buying nice gifts for our kids. Nobody benefits from that. So by giving myself parameters, it helps me to contain and really be thoughtful about the things that I'm giving them. Now, we use the concept of something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read. So they each get 4 gifts from mom and dad. And I've really found it to be helpful to help me balance out what I'm buying for each child, to maybe think outside the box sometimes of things that would not be obvious to me right away. And for us, it has the added benefit of allowing Christmas to be a little more low-key and more about a faith-based holiday than just about the presents. Now, for each child's birthday, when we are celebrating that child, we are more likely to go a little more above and beyond. For us, Christmas is a faith-based holiday, and so by limiting the number of presents, there is more space for us to remember the spiritual reasons that we celebrate the holiday. Number 2 is a budget. Now, I am not a budgeting expert. There are lots of them here on YouTube, and I would encourage you to check one of them out. But the fact remains that we have a budget, and it is realistic and based on past years. Now, the unique thing for us is that we have separate bank accounts for each category of our budget. So family gifts is its own bank account, not just a budget line. That means that I have a designated bank account that I can use to buy presents. And because we populate it throughout the year, that allows me to take advantage of sales and deals and events that I find not just at Christmas time. So, for example, every year at back to school, I go down to the school supply sales and I will buy crayons and markers and colored pencils and scissors and rulers and all of the fun stuff that kids use to craft and create all year round that my kids fly through like any other kids in the world, especially because we homeschool and we're home all day using that stuff. I go buy it for half the price or less at back to school time. I stick it in my closet and I put them in their stockings every year at Christmas. I can do that because I have a bank account populated throughout the year with money specifically designated for buying gifts. Next up, one big tool that I use is my Christmas spreadsheet. Yes, I use a spreadsheet to plan my Christmas gifts. It's not very complicated. I have all of my kids' names down the side. I have want, need, wear, read across the top, and I fill in. But I set this every year right after the last Christmas, and I just duplicate the spreadsheet into a new tab on the original file. It's on Google Documents, so I can access it from my phone as well as from my computer. And when I get ideas or when a kid mentions something that I think would make a great gift idea, I can quick pop open my phone, type that idea into my spreadsheet, and then I don't lose it and I don't forget about it. And I can also flip through past tabs and see what we've gotten people in the past, things that went over really well that now a younger kid might also enjoy. And it helps me to remember what I've already bought. Like if I find something on a phenomenal sale in May or June, I put it on my spreadsheet, and then I actually change the color of that cell on my spreadsheet to indicate that I already have that item. So I can differentiate between ideas versus what I already have on hand. It is a lifesaver. It helps me not have to keep all of that information for 11 people in my brain. I know what I have because it's on my spreadsheet. Another thing that I do is I supplement with rewards programs and cashback programs. One big one that I use is Rakuten. It used to be called eBay, and I've been using this for a couple of years now, and I have the browser extension so that every time I am at a shop with a cashback option, it automatically tells me. I click yes, I want my cashback on this site. I do my shopping. The cashback automatically shows up in my account. I will leave the link for that down below. They do different sign-up bonuses if you haven't used it before. Sometimes it's as much as $40. I guess I'm not sure what it is right now. This isn't sponsored. It's something I actually use, but I'll put my referral code in the description below. Another one that I use is Upside. This is where you claim cashback on gas and food purchases, especially on road trips when I am out of my normal neighborhood and the places that I usually fill up on gas with. Another one is Honey from PayPal. Occasionally I'll get reward points from buying something through my PayPal account, and I can use the rewards points for cashback. And then stores like Target. I use Target Circle all year long. I leave that balance on my account, and at Christmas time, I buy all of the stocking candy for my kids with that Target Circle rewards money back. And lots of other stores have these rewards accrual points. Like I know Michael's Crafts is one that use those cashback apps and the rewards points and save them up to help supplement or boost your gift giving budget every year. Here's one. This is probably going to be controversial. People will love it or they hate it. I shop used, thrift, overstock, renewed, refurbished, open box, or hand-me-down items for my kids. And I have no shame in that. Has the added bonus of being environmentally responsible. I utilize Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes people will buy something, use it once, decide it's not for them, and sell it for almost nothing. I recently visited an Amazon Overstock bin store where I found some really great deals. I will shop local thrift stores. I found some great gifts at local thrift stores. Or even like my parents are in the process of downsizing right now. And so a lot of like my favorite toys and books and games from when I and my brothers were little, they don't need them in their home anymore. And so some of those things I will give to my kids. There's no shame in that. If it is special to your kids and they enjoy it, and it allows you to stretch your budget and get some nice things that maybe you couldn't buy new, go for it. I think it's wonderful. I do it myself. Something else you could potentially do, and I know that this one won't work for everyone, is to coordinate with grandparents or other family members when you can. Now, I understand that maybe that doesn't work in your situation, but if you can use those things where your parents or other family members really want to get meaningful gifts for your kids, but your kids don't need a whole lot of stuff. You can coordinate to plan all of that. For example, my parents buy our matching Christmas pajamas every year. My kids love it. They think it's fun, makes for super cute pictures and videos. And then they wear them all year long. My kids totally wear Christmas pajamas all year, not just at Christmas. But it's become a really special part of our Christmas tradition that the kids all really enjoy, that I am not personally spending our Christmas budget on, but is still really cool for my kids. Or my husband's mom usually does like a museum membership or the zoo membership for us every year. Again, it's not something that's taking up space in our house. It's not something extra on top of my gifts budget that I'm spending money on, but it's a really great experience for my family and they love that. So if you have the opportunity to coordinate with grandparents or other important family members, that can really just help expand the Christmas experience for your kids. If you got something useful out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or share it with somebody that you think would enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. You are worth your own hard work, and I can't wait to see you next time. Merry Christmas!